Hey everybody, welcome to Eidolon Playlist, wow, it's off
That's
to a
right.
great start. The podcast where we talk about music and stuff. And this month we're here to talk about my all-time favorite band, Tool. Something that's usually a bit hard to tell people because Tool fans have a bit of a reputation and it is absolutely earned. Just gonna say that right out of the gate. 100% merited. Just absolutely true a lot of the time. But all the same, in spite of that, they are my favorite band and have been for basically as long as I can remember. Basically since I first heard Sober on the radio. Kind of the short version is, so for a long time now, especially in the early days of Playlist when there was a lot of conversation about the ideal length for a song. And we've got some folks in the crew who really prefer their songs to be very, very short, very concise. And sort of on the flip side, I have always sort of positioned myself as sort of the Long Song Pervert. I like long pieces that are intricate and artsy fartsy and go on a long time. And that's maybe not really come across before on the show because I've been out here like hitting people with fucking Weezer and fucking DMB, and maybe not been the best showing as far as like backing up this claim that I like long intricate music. So now we're finally following through on the one specific thread I've made before about hitting people with 17 minutes of prog metal, which is going to come at the end of the playlist. And I guess I should probably clarify like what that actually is, right? Because I don't know.
Well, it's you, Mike. It's me, Molly. We got Crystal here as well.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm a little. Anyway.
No, it's okay. You're excited to talk about your favorite band.
I am. So I guess I should kind of clarify like what that term
talk to me.
means. So keeping it as simple as possible, progressive rock is basically so sort of in the early days of rock and roll, like sort of right after white people stole it from everybody else. It was for the longest time very simple, very cookie cutter. Like you ever listen back to like the early days of like 1950s sort of rock. It's all very simple, it's all 4/4, it's all very structurally the same, it's all very basic. And then basically in like the 70s or so, like late 60s, mid 70s, bands started to realize, hey, we could like do more with that. We could maybe like write longer pieces with some classical influence, maybe borrow some stuff from blues or jazz, or maybe get a little fucking crazy with it.
Yeah, maybe get a little weird with it.
Yeah, but that's also kind of the problem with the term progressive rock, is it's kind of a big umbrella because it's basically any time a rock band decides to get weird and artsy fartsy with it. Because like you want to talk about the big names in prog rock, like the first one that comes to mind is Pink Floyd. And then the second one is probably Rush, and those two bands don't sound anything alike.
No.
And then as far as prog metal, it's just, well, what if you do prog rock but angry? And that's Tool. So
that is Tool.
Yeah, so I've been hooked on this band since the 90s, ever since since Sober hit the radio. And the album Lateralis eventually wound up being like really, really just formative for me. Like I've listened to that a million billion times, know it like the back of my hand, and probably better than the back of my hand. Like that's a weird phrase. I don't really look at the back of my hand that often, but it's been so like important to me for a very long time, and it's kind of nice to like just kind of get to gush about it. Something I do want to kind of get out in front of, because we do tend to talk about like a bit of the history of the artists and the bands that we discuss.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't actually know that much about the members of the band. And part of that is that they are kind of deliberately sort of private people, surprisingly, for being like rock stars. So to kind of get into it a little bit, the members of Tool, you got drummer Danny Carey, bassist Justin Chancellor, guitarist Adam Jones, and the frontman and vocalist Maynard James Keenan, who has a few bands, the names of which became the names of the episodes of